Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Mixed Media Mayhem, and I'm recording this about a week early, and I'm trying to play Calvinball, and I'm trying to get out of town, and so this is going to be a fairly minimalist page, but I hope to have some fun with watercolors. And as you can see, this is a well-loved and well-used set that I've had for many years. And my photo is from my 12 box project. It's a photo that I discovered I didn't realize existed of my husband and my son, John and James. A photo that I took when we went to spring training in 1985 in Kissimmee, Florida, watched the Astros. And so I'm going to do this in Astros colors. They were wearing the rainbow jerseys in those days, the yellow, orange, and red. So I'm just going to kind of really do something silly, random blending of those colors on the page, and then I'm going to splatter I'm kind of working down into from the yellows into the oranges, and going to kind of blend those, and I'm hoping that it looks like I don't know, almost a dream sequence. That's kind of the look I'm going for. Where the colors sort of fade into and this is kind of getting down into the red color. I don't like this particular color right here is not. I'll kind of go in and darken some areas while leaving others more watery looking. And I'm going to just break off into the red now, and that's not as bright a red as I was expecting. I know I have a better red color than that. I'm going to try to see how, because I'm using a color of film strips that is called, I think, salsa or paprika or something like that. That's a kind of crimson sort of red, not this kind of purpley look that I'm getting here. I'm going to I'm going to go back and do some more layers of yellow. And kind of blur some of the edges. And I'll bring some yellow down into here. I could just go on all day with this because I love all the little brush sweeps and things that I'm seeing there. I'm gonna just bleed some yellow into here, or orange into here, and kind of let it flow. And you can kind of see it moving. I'm gonna take some more. And it's beginning to kind of look a little, to me, like a brain specimen, which is not necessarily what I'm going for. But I'm going to now take this red and splatter about. And I want to get some into some of the wet areas. And I'll get some orange splatters around. And there's a color here that I don't think I used enough of. Okay, so I think I've got that everywhere I need it, and a lot of places I don't. So I'm going to clean up my workspace. Get the splatters that went out of bounds here. And then I'm going to blot this with the paper towel. I should have gone the other way, but that's okay. That stayed long enough to blot that up. Okay, so it's a mixed media background. Now, I thought, because there were all those warm colors in the rainbow, but they were grounded, those colors were grounded by the navy blue. It was also in the uniform color. So let me get some Blueprint Sketch Distress Spray Stain. We'll see if that, and I'll kind of do it not quite all over, but in some areas kind of up on the white in these corners. And that blends in. It's also water reactive, so it blends in and makes some interesting denim looking almost areas there. And I'm going to just, well, let's see, I'll roll it over. I'll roll it out that way and up that way. Okay, so the background is done. And now let's see if I can work with that. I have this amazing film strip. It's salsa is the color. And it has some splotches in it. I'm not sure whether to use it with the dark side up or down. I think I'm going to go with it down, kind of like that. And the photo is right here. And I did get some splatters on the photo. I need to, even if I have it moved to the side, I need to cover it up. So here is kind of where I imagined that going. I was going to kind of layer this frame, and the frame is for Calvinball points there. And then I have the recipe for this layout is acetate, watercolor, and metal. And the acetate is this film strip. The watercolor you saw me messing with just then. And then I've got this metal paper clip, and it's a beautiful copper color. It's kind of nice. I'm gonna put wet glue on this, and in the area that I know that the photo's gonna cover, I'll do it there. Okay, let me get this on some thin foam tape. And I've cut some yellow vellum stars. I'm going to try to layer those over the yellow part so it'll be kind of tone on tone. That needs to go under the clip, kind of at an angle. And then I'm going to take, this is one of the little inserts in one of the film strips that has holes in it. And I'm going to put a little glue on the bottom and tuck it under here so it comes up like that. And then I'm going to layer some yellow tickets kind of behind all of this. And I have an orange striped, let's see, I want that at a different angle. I have an orange striped little banner thing to get the striped pattern paper point from Calvinball. And I'm going to kind of stick it right there. I have a typewriter font sentiment that I'm actually going to use as a title. I'm going to put this right down here, and then I will journal where it was, but I'm going to stamp when it was, what the date was. And I'm going to put this little chipboard arrow right here. Oops, a little too much glue. Let me try to wipe that off and try to wipe that down so that it's just tacky and not gluey. Okay, and then the stars. How on earth am I going to get them? Those for sure need to be tacky and not gluey. So I'm going to do that and put one there. And I'll do one here. And another one right here. Okay. And let me do the stamping. I'm not going to journal right now because it's still wet, but it kind of looks like they were seeing the Astros, and it kind of looks like asteroids out there, especially this one with the little tail. Let me get some ink on this. Okay, and let me make sure that it's going the right way. This is probably crooked. No, it's actually straight. What looks crooked to me always turns out straight. So I just need to embrace the crooked because it isn't. Okay, so I think my page is done. Thank you for watching. This was a quick one. I don't work with watercolors often enough. I love when there are splatters and it makes it move out and you get the little edging around there. This to me is gorgeous, and it's what I first loved about the water reactivity of all the distress inks, the original distress inks and then the oxides. But I've been getting that effect with watercolors for as long as I can remember, and that little that palette of watercolors cost less than half one of the 80 or so ink pads that I've bought. So I really like this, and I'm going to go with the title documented, and then I will add in my journaling facts about when it was. I have some other photos from that on that trip. What we did every year was for James's spring break, school's spring break, we took him to spring training for the Astros, and then we went to Disney World. So it was always a fun trip, and I've got a lot of really good photos from this one. So thank you. See you next time. Bye.